It's your boy DuckNCover, coming at you with a Magic Arena video. Today we're going to be playing Boros Control. Yeah, not the aggro or mid-range decks you see floating around all the time. This is a straight-up control deck. So we're going to look at the deck list here. The way that we win the game is 2 Chandras. Zetalpa is always nice to try to close out games as well. But Chandra, Awakened Inferno is the main win here. So basically we're going to play all the Chandras that we could play. So 2 Acolyte of Flame, 2 Fire Artisans, and 2 Awakened Infernos. To go with our Chandra's Regulator, just get immense value from these Chandras, because all these Chandras do provide value. And then we just have basically 2-drop do stuff in this deck. That way we not really wait until the end game like normal control decks. We have 3 Steam-Kins to be able to ramp to our big plays, 2 Revitalize, just to get extra cards. The Regulator, which is just so good. For 1 mana, you can copy any Chandra Planeswalker ability, which is really great. And you can also play 1 mana and discard a red card or a mountain and draw a different card. So that's really good as well, with just a way to filter through the deck. We are playing 1 copy of Chandra's Triumph, just because we have this many Chandras in the deck. 2 Lava Coil to get rid of pesky threats that must be exiled. 2 just to go at face when it gets to the end of the game, and then 2 Justice Strikes to be able to remove pretty much all the good creatures in Standard. I mean, there's quite a few that have higher toughness, but for the most part, cards are either more power or equal. So we do want to run those. And then we do run 3 Prison Realms. This is one of the best cards, in my opinion, in the Boros color scheme. So definitely want to run that for the Scry. Then we have the Fiery Cannonades, just because scape shifting is a thing, so just in case we're playing against that deck, we'd like to hold this card the entire game. It's also an instant speed sweeper, so very nice against those type of decks. And then we do have Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, just to put immense pressure on our opponent. One of my favorite 3-mana Planeswalkers, because she just has so much versatility. She's basically just all your red Planeswalkers can either get a +1 in loyalty, which helps the big Chandras to ult, and then when you do the 0 to make the elementals obvious your machine, and then she can also let you duplicate spells from your graveyard. So a spell that you played in your graveyard you can cast again, but you have to exile it, so that works great with these sweeper spells. So Deafening Clarion is amazing due to the current format. It kills just most creature decks die to this card. Then we got the Shalai, Voice of Plenty, pretty much to keep Chandra safe. Us safe too, but more to keep Chandra safe. And then we have 1 Rekindling Phoenix, just to be able to have an aerial blocker. With all these flying decks running around, you can't have too many flyers in your deck. 1 copy of Ixalan's Binding, because we don't like to deal with multiple Planeswalkers. Might as well just answer the first one and be done with it. And then we have Chandra, Fire Artisan. Love this card. This card was the good Chandra before all these Chandras came out. So she's just definitely just value machine. And then we have Solar Blaze. Love this card as well. It's basically Justice Strike, but AoE form, area of effect that is. So this is basically a sweeper spell, but doesn't really interact with our Shalai. So we do have a creature that can survive this blast. That's pretty cool. Then we do have 2 Cleansing Novas to wipe their board. This is a pretty fun deck to play. It is just basically full control. You Chandra down with your Regulator, and that's how you win the game. In the sideboard, we have extra Revitalize in case we're playing against Mono Red, Fry in case we're playing against Esper, Lava Coil in case there's creatures that we really need removed, or just specifically with 4 toughness. Then the extra Prison Realm, because you can't have too many Prison Realms. 2 Fiery Cannonades in case we're playing scape shifting. Shalai helps against any kind of aggro deck that we just need continuous blockers for. Ixalan's Binding, 2 more of those in case we're playing against a deck that runs multiple cards that need to be answered that they can't come back. So like Esper Control has Little Tef, Big Tef, Narset, many targets that we can just answer with this card. And then we have 1 Ugin, mostly just because I like to have Ugin. There's no real reason that he's in here. He does give card draw, which is nice, and he is removal on a stick, so you can't argue with that. So that's the deck. Let's just jump right into the games. Alright, game 1 with Boros Control. Let's see if we're able to get there with this deck. catch our opponent by surprise with something they haven't seen yet. So let's see if we could get that going. Oh, nice. This is a nice hand. Really nice. Plates first. We've got the Chandra's Regulator and a Chandra in the opening hand. And go Clifftop Retreat. Yeah, there's no reason not to play this. There's a Regulator. Rekindling Steam-Kin, or Storm-Kin. Okay, Stone Quarry. And just destroy you. This could be, is it wizards? Could also be elementals. We'll see. Alright. And we go land. And Chandra.
It's my turn.
We will go ahead and exile the top card, even though we may exile land.
Let's light it up!
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Yep. Gets into it, Chandra.
Now you're asking for it!
Which means we get to go 2 as face.
Alright, that's it!
That seems really good. Okay, so we can plus the Chandra. Pay the 1 life.
What's that smell? I'll
That
sit back
trigger
and watch it
ability
burn.
twice. Okay, so we went too far and ended up getting this. Go Revitalize. Alright. And go Steam-Kin. Very nice. Legion War Boss, okay? Alright, so Deafening Clarion. Kill that one Steam-Kin, that's not what we want. We'll go ahead and take this damage. Land. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plus Chandra. Pay the 1.
There's no problem fire can't solve.
Go
This
top
is just
2.
gonna be bad for you.
Go Phoenix. Trigger, go land. And alright. That's fine. No attacks. Alright, so they're probably gonna swing at Chandra. She's already given us immense value. Okay, so now we need the Clarion. Unfortunately, we do want to get the Steam-Kin big enough to live. And let's see. Swings in all. Buff up, sure. It's fine. It's fine. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the war boss. that. The rest gets in. Now it goes to my turn. Draw. Okay. Go plus you. We'll go ahead and pay the 1 mana.
What's that smell? Oh,
Alright, so we get
light it
Cleansing
up.
Nova and we also get Justice Strike. So we're actually going to Justice Strike you. Alright, get rid of that. Go Stone Quarry. And then we're gonna actually go swing in with both. Get in the face for 7. Then go Deafening Clarion. Both abilities. Wipe his board and kill our Phoenix. Phoenix lays an egg and then we pass the turn. And then if he doesn't have a way to remove the egg, our Phoenix will be right back on the board. Right land. Sure. If he doesn't play a creature, we don't need the Lava Coil. Okay, that's fine. We can Lava Coil that. Let's see, if he swings in, we also probably do not need the Lava Coil. Yeah, I don't think we need it. I don't think we need the Lava Coil at this point, so we'll go ahead and... No, that doesn't make any sense, actually. So we'll just go to my turn. Bring back the Phoenix. Okay, we get a land. But we're going to go ahead and plus. And that's the game. They concede to the Chandra's Regulator. And with the Boros deck. So let's see what we can get in the next game. And here comes game 2 of Boros Control. Pedro Licious is our opponent. We got the mana for the Acolyte of Flame, so we're going to just keep based on that. She is so sweet to play on turn 3. Alright. You. Alright, we're playing against Esper. So maybe this is great. This seems like it would be a great card to have.
Anyone need a fire started?
Interact with Planeswalkers.
No? Too bad.
With low cost Planeswalkers.
Hey, these little guys are great!
Maybe Elder Spell. Alright. And more mana. More dudes.
Go get 'em, buddies!
Get in. Alright. Kaya. Sure. Othakaya is targeting my Chandra more than likely, yep. And we'll go ahead and Revitalize, see what card we can find. Land, it's fine.
I'm telling
And
the
another land, that's not so fun. And we really want to continue to pressure him. It's not like Esper's going to have a way to deal 1 damage.
Go get him,
even
buddy.
if he has to play another copy of Othakaya, that's pretty good to make him have to waste 2. So we just definitely want to keep applying pressure. Most of the cards in our deck are going to be dead in this matchup. So we definitely just want to apply as much pressure as possible. Precinct 1, sure. That's fine. We don't have to Fiery Cannonade now. We can actually do that next turn. Which seems like the right play. So we'll just go my turn. Pressuring him still feels right. That still feels like the best play. So we're just going to go ahead and keep the pressure on.
Don't worry.
Make 2 more
I
dudes.
brought company.
Recycling spells against him is probably not going to be that necessary. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was, really. Alright, they do land a Thought Erasure. He's going to knock out the Fiery Cannonade from my hand, and that's fine. We still have the Deafening Clarion to play on our turn to be able to sweep his board. And actually, we don't want this hero to kill her, so we'll still shock that. So it really doesn't matter. We're still going to have to shock this if he takes Fiery Cannonade. He takes shock. That's a very questionable decision. Maybe he doesn't realize that Fiery Cannonade is instant, which that's really good for us. So he's going to swing in, and then we're going to Fiery Cannonade at this point. Wipe his board. Okay. Get a bird. Birds are good. Make more 1/1.
Don't worry. I brought
Play a
company.
land. And bring in the Rekindling Phoenix. And now we get to just continue to pressure him down with Chandra. She has been the best card of this game so far. Glad that we kept based on her. She is having our opponent in a really tough spot. Made him use the Othekai for no reason really, as she just continues to value with her 0. So our opponent finally has 2 blue mana. So they'll be able to start countering stuff. So hopefully if we are going to draw a Fire Artisan, we go ahead and draw it now. And we do not. Okay, so we'll just go Steam-Kin. And then Rekindling Phoenix. And then again, more pressure. Make dudes.
Oh, they're so cute.
Swing it. Alright. This game has been pretty much all Chandra. It looks like she is going to dominate this game. Indeed she is. Ooh, decisions now. I could just Lava Coil that. But I really want the Scry. And it doesn't seem like Prison Realm is going to hit many things in his deck at this point. So we're just going to go ahead and take that. Look for something really good on top. That's not it. That's fine. To the bottom. Make 2 more dudes.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
And then swing in with all. Really pressuring down the space now. Opponent goes to 7 and turn. Following turn, we can use Deafening Clarion to give our creatures lifelink, and that will pump Steam-Kin enough to be able to win the game. And let's see what our opponent does. Most likely to concede at this point. Oh, let's see. You got the Teferi. Maybe the Prison Realm is a little preemptive.
Let's
Could have
slow
Lava Coiled
this. Let's take it back.
The Phoenix, sure. That's actually fine. Okay, go land. We could play a shock on face. No, we cannot. That's not true. But this will help us as well. So we're gonna go and bring in these dudes. Go for the Deafening Clarion, giving our creatures lifelink. And then he gets huge. And then we are going to put one there. And four. Alright, so opponent goes to 3. Oh no, goes to 5, sorry.
It's only a matter of time.
So definitely just swung face there, would have put him to 2. Alright, and now we'll see how our opponent deals with the Steam-Kin. If they can't deal with either Steam-Kin or the Acolyte of Flame, then we'll go ahead and take this match. Mortify, that's beautiful for him. Yep, so good thing we didn't use that on Teferi, because they would have been given a brand new Teferi, which would have been way worse than them getting the Elite Guard Mage, because we can just Lava Coil that now. Land. Go Lava Coil you. Anything goes up to 4. Chandra's gonna make 2 more dudes.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
And then I can get in, knock him down to 2 health. Which is a 2 that we should have never let him heal by swinging at the Tef. But let's see if they don't have an answer for the Steam-Kin and the Acolyte of Flame they lose. They need to actually kill them both. Okay, so that bounce spell is fine. Oh, that's not bounce. That's, sorry about that. Steam-Kin is just 2 drop. Ooh, the Elite Guard Mage. Okay, so he definitely does answer both.
I have just the trick for this.
Alright. And go Rekindling Phoenix. Make 2 more dudes.
Go get 'em, buddies.
Now the dudes are gonna swing in. He gets to block one of them, but one of them will get in, putting him down to 4 health. Meaning he needs to, well, probably just bounce this with Teferi. Okay, and they despark the Rekindling Phoenix, so they'll be able to mortify the egg. Oh no, despark obviously exiles.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
So there is no egg?
I'll protect you.
Okay. And they can kill my Chandra here. And now this game definitely shifted over into their favor now. Even though we got them down to 4 health. And let's see. Narset prevents us from drawing, so that was just a bad play by me. Could have definitely done that during their turn and drawn the card. No, Teferi prevents us from activating on their turn. Okay, so using the Revitalize to heal 3 is the best we could have done, actually. So yeah, looks like we're definitely going to lose this game.
Oh, I've
It was
done
a really good game to begin with, and now he's just going to outvalue us. The only way we really win now is to bring the big one, the Awakened Inferno. That's the only way we're going to be able to find a way out, and that's not by drawing lands. Good thing for us, we're at 29 health. We still haven't seen a way that they can win the game. So maybe they just need for us to concede, which we will not be doing. So maybe we can just stay in the fight long enough to be able to get it at the end. So that's the game plan here. Just keep taking 2 until we are able to deal his 7 damage that he has left. Okay, so Acolyte of Flame is really, really good right here. So we'll go ahead and play her. Then we'll neg her to recast the Lava Coil.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pyromancer.
Yep, Lava Coil. Okay, so we definitely go for the minus. And we grab a Lava Coil. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to play a sorcery.
Remember this one?
Due to Teferi. I didn't realize that Teferi would block that. Wow, so that was our best chance to get back into this game, and I'm afraid we just lost it. So we definitely should have just made dudes and kept trying to pressure face. Now we're definitely in a bad spot.
I have a plan.
And he's an Oath of Kaya to kill it, so he's gonna also gain life.
Next time, you're toast.
And then he probably has, another Teferi Time Raveler. Yeah, so
Sorry,
this is what happens when we play against Esper Control. We almost got there, and then they were able to just gain 1,000,000 life.
No, I am not making
prevent
this up
us
as I
from
go.
really playing any cards. So we did come really close to win this game, but at this point it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do. Now we do still have 22 health. There's a chance that we can draw into some stuff, but with them at 13 and going up, there's really, really, really not a good chance that anything gets to go in our favor in this match. So we're gonna actually watch him beat us to death with 2-3.
Don't worry, I got this.
That's not the best. Alright. Gets him for 2. See what they do. Command the Dreadhorde. Wow, okay, so there's his way to win the
Chandra,
game.
you need more
I
control.
am not going to sit this one out.
Just let me burn.
It
can
still
do this
doesn't kill us
together.
right away.
Hold that thought.
That hero of Precinct 1 comes down. We can shock it down. We really should be shocking his face, but this will stop him from being able to really finish us off quickly. Maybe we can still draw into double lightning strikes to win the game if he doesn't gain any more health. So definitely shocking the hero of Precinct 1. It could be costly if we top deck a lightning strike, which would represent lethal had we shocked face this turn.
Hey,
Definitely
you
have to
guys
get
are
that off the
great.
board because we already know most of his deck is multicolored spells.
You know
So
what? I'm
having
not
the
done
hero
yet.
Precinct 1 will allow him to put up heavy damage and go for the finishing kill, which is what he's
Here
looking
we
for.
go.
So we just got to prevent that at all costs, and he's only down to 5 health. So like I said, we can pull 2 lightning strikes or a shock and a lightning strike. So that's the option that we have to go with. We are still in this game. right now, as long as he doesn't continue to heal life, which he does right there. So it really doesn't matter. That plays a big wash at this point. Now 8 damage is probably too much for us to come back with. He also still showing that he still has more ways to heal in the deck. So there's really nothing that we can really do. This will wipe his creature, which takes off all of his pressure. So without his creature, we are no longer on a clock. So now we can just focus on trying to get some burn spells. But our opponent may just heal again and really put this game away.
Go get him, buddy.
Right, so he makes the dudes.
Let's skip to the good part.
Draws a card.
That's more like it.
Gets into. And we get Prison Realm. At this point, Prison Realm has to be used on the Chandra, because that is the only thing dealing us damage. But really, Teferi ulting will put us out of the game. So we have to hope that we can deal 8 before they can deal 11 with our Chandra. Well, it won't matter because the opponent did have the Mortify. We did know about that, so it really doesn't matter. So the Scry land to the bottom. That's pretty sweet there, which is why you even run Blaze, because of that Scry. Now we have no cards in hand. They have full hand. They have multiple Planeswalkers. The health score is pretty much even now at this point. So they are definitely way ahead of us, and there's not much that I can even do to try to slow down the match. They are going to go ahead and steamroll us. Continuously play the Othekai and just continue to gain all the health and just have all the value. That Command the Dread Horde pretty much sealed us when he was able to take our Acolyte of Flame and be able to deal damage too, because we did answer all of their threats in terms of damage. We do have to answer this Teferi now, or the game is for sure over. So if we don't pull something to further our game, and that is definitely something to further our game. Definitely going to just tuck it so it doesn't matter. But we get to go for Zetalpa. Maybe they just counter it. No, they don't. Maybe he doesn't realize that he's indestructible and tries to just destroy him. No, that's it. That'll resolve the game here. So that's game 2. Hopefully game 3 we have a better chance to get a real match of Magic the Gathering. So we'll go ahead and concede this one to him. And that's unfortunate. You know, a good fight. We did get him low multiple times, but unable to get that win. And here we are with the finale of the Boros Control deck. We are 1-1 at the moment. Just couldn't get ahead of that Esper deck. We just couldn't finish them off. Let's see. I actually like this, even though everything's expensive. If we are able to get lands or low drop red spells, we will be able to get there. The problem being Solar Blaze always kills Steam-Kin, but never kills Shalai. So the idea here is to get the Steam-Kin to be able to get us to Chandra. And go Steam-Kin. And then these will be after the Steam-Kin has been answered. No reason to answer our own threats. Okay, and we end up with the mana that we need here. Sometimes it happens that way. Other times you look for the mana the entire game. Especially in a multicolor deck. Not two colors. Two colors is often pretty easy to turn in terms of colors. But once you add a third or even fourth color would be not horrible, but fourth colors is still playable. Five colors still can work if one color is just a splash, like one card, and barely any mana that need to be played like specifically. I think we want Chandra, just because he can't actually kill it. I'm not gonna risk exiling the top card because you don't know what it is, and she's not in danger. No matter what it is, we won't be able to play it. If it's a land, we can't play it. If it's a spell, we don't have lands. So we definitely just don't want to waste a card. Could end up being a card that we need. So not what we're going to do. And I do play it that way as long as there's no threat to kill Chandra. So in green, there's no card we're really worried about him just blowing her up. And then these 1/3s, you know, they can get in. One of them can get in for 1, and that's not even that good. Because he's going to take 1 damage as well. So he probably won't even attempt it. Alright, the Wayfinder, let's see what happens. Okay, let's land on top. He definitely needs that. And he does actually, and I mean there's no reason to let Chandra take 2. We don't really need to deal 2 damage that bad. We'd rather keep her alive as long as possible. Alright, so we're gonna go 1 face, block out 1 of those. Ooh, we get a Chandra, that's pretty sweet. Let's plus this Chandra.
Sit back and watch it
Grab a
burn.
land, play the land. And go Shalai. And no attacks. And now she has hexproof, and so do we, and so does the Steam-Kin. So they actually have to remove the Shalai first, and Shalai is just big enough to be able to block out everything they have on the board. So now is where we, if they don't answer the Shalai right now, we will be able to play Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, and have these 2 sit back here safe in the pocket, so to speak, in NFL terms. Because we do have our blockers up front. Okay, so this is an interesting elf brew that he has going on here. I kind of like it, I'm not going to lie. He just needs mana, which is unfortunate. He draws all the elves and doesn't get the mana. Ooh, Lava Walker. Okay. Haven't seen him explore yet. Maybe he's trying to play Path of Discovery and really needs. Let's see. We can just get rid of Lograf Walker. The first thing we're gonna do, because we just need more information. Let's go ahead and see what Chandra hits.
This is just gonna be bad for you.
Okay. There's a way cheaper way to answer. Lograf Walker, yeah, it's not all Lograf Walkers, but at this point, I think we're good to just move into 1.
What's that smell? Oh, it's you burning.
Clifftop Retreat. And then Chandra. And
Won't
then
lie,
Chandra
I'm a pretty great
says,
pyromancer.
I guess just this.
Fire
Putting
spreads fast.
a loyalty
With
counter on
help.
all red planeswalkers, so that's herself and the other Chandra. So now we got this Chandra up to 6, which is really good, because on our turn we can use that ability again to put 1 on both, and then ult this Chandra, which lets us exile the top 7 cards of our deck, and then we can play them that turn. Also, since 7 loyalty would be removed from her, we would get to deal 7 damage to a planeswalker or a player. So they would take 7 damage, and we'd be able to look at 7 cards and cast what we want. Which in this case, Deafening Clarion would be the card that we dream about when we go to sleep right now. So we're just going to go ahead and plus this. And we're going to hope we find a Deafening Clarion.
We can do this together.
So we're going to go ahead and ult the Chandra. Exile the top 7 cards. Hit you in the face for 7 damage. She dies though, unfortunately. Alright, let's see.
Let's light it up.
7. Wow, that is just an awful draw. So, Prison Realm. On you. Land to the bottom. Then we go shock on you. Let's do that. And then we want to revitalize. And at this point, one man is not going to make a difference, so we just tap land. These 3 cards are going to remain in exile. Alright, so out of the 7 cards, we did cast 4 of them. Wow, which isn't bad. We didn't get the Deafening Clarion we were looking for, but as you can see, their board is looking a lot thinner than it was. So we'll definitely take that. We got an opportunity to thin out their board, take through our deck, deal 7 damage to face, so we're not going to argue with that play at all. And we still have a Hexproof Flame Artisan. I mean, Acolyte of Flame, sorry. So, can recast any of those spells. We gotta pressure him as much as possible here. This is in the air, so he can't do anything about it, and he can give up the Druid of the Cow to prevent 4 damage from the Steam-Kin. No, he chooses not to, and he drops all the way down to 11. So we're definitely in firm control now. Alright, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead. Ooh, he gets Golta. That's really spicy. Really spicy. Alright, let's see what else does our opponent have for us here. Swings all at Chandra.
Well, that's rude.
Okay, so we grab a land. Is that 11? Yeah, I think it's binding. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and Ixalan's binding this. There's no reason not to. And then we'll just make 2 dudes.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
Play the Boros Guildgate. And swing 9 at face. Goes to 2. Now is when he'll get to play his Golta. This seems pretty good. He doesn't have anything in the air to be able to stop Shalai. So even though he's going to play Golta, he still needs a way to remove Shalai. Otherwise, he still loses this turn. So that feels like a really safe place to be against this deck, because green doesn't really have removal. And there it is. So we are able to beat the mono green style deck here in game 3. So that is 2 and 3 with Control deck. Does favor well against creature decks, and as you saw, we just have too many dead cards in the control matchup. So definitely not a deck that you would like to play in best of 3. But best of 1 right now, there's a ton of creature decks running around. So this deck is actually viable in the best of 1 setting. So that's all from us today. You have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Peace.